Our top story starting next year, Singaporean children entering Primary 1 will be given absolute priority over the children of permanent residents when it comes to balloting. Our reporter explains how this will work.
Currently, a ballot takes place if there are more applications than vacancies, and these can start as early as Phase 2B. The Primary 1 registration exercise was last tightened 2 years ago. In the last revision, each Singapore citizen child started getting 2 ballot slips, while each PR child only got 1. This gave Singaporeans a higher chance of getting in, but usually only if they live near the school. With the change, Singaporeans will get priority over PR children, regardless of how far away they live. Greater priority will still be given to those living near the school. For example, if a particular school has 50 vacancies, Singaporeans living within 1 kilometre will be admitted first, followed by those living within 2 kilometres, and finally more than 2 kilometres away. In this example, all 47 Singaporeans will be admitted, leaving just 3 vacancies. These remaining vacancies will be balloted among PR children living closest to the school. PR children who live further away may not get a chance to ballot at all.
To be very fair, I mean, if I'm a local Singaporean, I would also demand more rights. So it's nothing right or wrong. It will be a disadvantage to me, but I think local Singaporeans also have what do you call that? Some grounds to demand for their rights.
Last time round, I had this kind of situation where we are actually within 1 kilometre, but we could not get into the place. So we ended up with a much further school. And then we started to try to appeal. So only in P3 then he managed to actually transfer back.
For many Singaporean parents, this is just that little edge that they are asking for. If you go to any country, most permanent residents, they do accept the fact that in a country where you are not a citizen, the government of the day would have to give priority and will have to give privileges to being a citizen of that country.
The Education Ministry says the new framework provides diversity in schools while giving Singaporeans further privilege. The minister says schools will hold open houses and talks before the Primary 1 registration.
What we need to do a lot more is to make sure that our school leaders and our teachers go out and explain what the schools are doing so that parents can understand the programs that their children will be going through, and as well as having our schools to better inform parents on the specific programs that they have to develop a range of life skills and not just academic work.
There will also be 7 new primary schools which will open for Primary 1 registration this year. 5 will be located in Punggol and Sengkang, with 1 each in Jurong West and Woodlands.
Now, Mr. Heng was on his first ministerial walkabout since taking office last May. He mingled with residents in Ayer Rajah in West Coast GRC, and he launched Singapore's first wireless service at a hawker centre in Teban Gardens. It's meant to help underprivileged students who may not have internet access at home. At a dialogue later on, Mr. Heng was asked about his "every school is a good school" policy. He said it doesn't mean schools will become homogenous or cookie cutter.
Some schools have students where they have a particular interest in certain subjects or in certain sports and so on, and some may be in others. So every school is a good school is to make sure that every school is able to develop every child to his or her fullest potential.